Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad light. She fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like, 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the future, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the Nasdaq. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? And make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits.
That TTG money gang,
and making profits.
We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranada. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. In case you guys did not know, we are the Benzinga FinTech Awards recipient of Best AI Analysis Tool, but we are also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something here for everyone at True Trading Group. Now, if you're wondering who the hell am I and why you should listen to anything it is that I discuss on this YouTube channel, it's a great question. I've got a better answer for you. It's because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My first job right out of college, T3 Alpha Fund, New York City. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader at TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We've got members. We have over 10,000 members in 117 different countries, truly a global community here at True Trading Group. So if you are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this YouTube channel with myself, other mods, and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and commentary to help you guys make money. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Don't miss out on any of these live streams. Matter of fact, I did a live stream here just yesterday evening, I did a live stream on here and I gave you guys some trade ideas for the week. I told you exactly what I thought was going to happen in the overall markets. I gave you some individual stocks that we're going to be focusing on. We can take a look and see how those names performed here so far today. And we can talk about what we expect from this market in this short holiday week. Thursday, the markets are closed, obviously, because of Thanksgiving. Friday is going to be a half day. So we're going to really make it count. Big day for us inside of True Trading Group here today. We were all over the analysis and the overall markets with the gap up today to the all-time high and then fade that opening bell gap up. We caught a lot of some great trades, some triple-digit gains on put options in the middle of the day, all the way down to prior day's close. And then in the futures room, long back to the upside. It was a beautifully executed day today inside of True Trading Group. And yes, 0 DTE put options to the downside. And then yes, long futures back to the upside. That is the beauty about True Trading Group. It's not just about options. It's not just about equities. We also trade futures. It's not just about day trading. It's also swing trading. Yes, it's scalping. And yes, we also cover long-term portfolio investments as well. Okay. We do it all. We do it all. We do it all. We do it all. So welcome. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Each and every single one of you, my TTG fam. So as we get started here today, we kind of get ourselves ready for Thanksgiving. We still have, people typically will tend to say that, oh, well, it's a short week. It's a holiday week. And volume is typically lighter, and people think that means it's going to be kind of a boring week. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not a boring week. And I said this, I talked about this a little bit on last night's live stream. I talked about this today inside a chat with all of our members. And so far, the price action in this market is indicative of exactly what I would anticipate. Sometimes when you have a situation where you have this like holiday week, so like this is Thanksgiving, but you sometimes also see this during like going into Memorial Day weekend. You see this sometimes with July 4th and the way that the holiday falls in the week. Sometimes when you have these situations, a lot of people take off. Some people aren't around. Their traders aren't at their desk. And that means that sometimes when you have directional momentum, when you have directional momentum, there's not a lot of pressure on the opposite side. And you run the possibility of having like a melt up. I think we could see that this week. I do think it's possible that we could break through the all-time high that was put in place right after the election. And I think we can push higher because you're not going to have a lot of market participants on Wednesday and Friday. Really, your full market participants are going to be Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is the busiest travel day of the year. So a lot of people are obviously traveling. Thursday, the markets are closed. Friday's a half day. A lot of people just don't even go to work on that Friday. A lot of, and I'm talking about market related people. I'm not talking about other jobs. I'm about people that work in finance and in the markets. So a lot of people just take off on Friday because the market's only open a half day. So it's possible that you could get this like chase of performance into the end of the year, and you could get the markets to continue to move higher. Today, when we came into the markets today in the morning, every day inside True Trading Group in the early morning session, myself, the other moderators, we tell you guys exactly what we're thinking about the day. We tell you exactly what I anticipate the markets to do. I tell you what stocks I'm focused on. I give you buy points, exit points on everything it is that we're looking at, the exact plan on how we're going to make some money. So members know coming into the day before the market even opens exactly what we expect the markets to do. Now, I'm not going to be right every time. Okay, let me be clear about that. I'm not going to be right every single time when I tell you what I think the markets are going to do. I'm going to be wrong too sometimes. I'm right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong. Matter of fact, the moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%. I've on roughly the last 5 years. We actually upload our trading activity from our brokerage accounts onto the TTG website for everybody to see. You see every single transaction, every execution. It's every buy, every take profit, every stop out, every green, every red, every break-even trade is all right there for you guys to see. We're fully transparent. We are an open book here at TTG. All of that information is available on the website. You guys can see all the moderators' trades. Okay. But with that being said, every morning we will come on and we'll tell you what we expect, right? I tell you what I think the market's going to do. And today, very specifically, we had said today we had this big gap up today. Why did we have this big gap up today? The reason why we had this big gap up today, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was the announcement of who Trump selected to be Treasury Secretary. He's a hedge fund guy. He's a hedge fund guy that is very well respected in the Wall Street community. He is someone that Wall Street thinks is going to be all about, obviously, strong capitalism, deregulation, and someone though that also is a very careful thinker and not someone that makes very rash decisions. This is just kind of the Wall Street's view of who this person is and his experience and his professional career in the hedge fund community, is also that people feel that if Trump wanted to do something policy-wise, maybe specifically regarding tariffs, that would not be beneficial for the economy, that this is someone that would voice that concern and would be kind of on both sides to say, hey, this is what I think is very good for the economy. This is what I think is not. So like Wall Street really liked that selection being, a Wall Street guy. It's very common for, the Treasury secretaries to be Wall Street guys that have had a lot of experience in finance, obviously. But this is someone that the community liked. They liked this pick, and the markets gave you this big gap up to all-time highs because of it. So when the markets opened up today, we were right at that all-time high print, but that was a significant gap up from Friday's close. And after the significant gap up from Friday's close, I had said to people specifically inside of chat that I think early we're going to fade off that all-time high. So we gapped into the all-time high, and then I think you're going to fade off of that all-time high. So that was the analysis coming into the trading day, right? That was coming into the trading day is what we had said. And then what happened? Well, we'll just draw a line right across the all-time high. So the markets opened up, you pushed right into that all-time high, and then there's the fade, right? And then here's the fade. And this was executed and taken advantage of through SPY put options inside of the TTG platform. Diane, Roaring Figgy, we like to call her. Diane Fig was all over this, a 100% gain on put options there on the SPY. And then we took that right down into prior resistance, which now you expect to be support. And that was going to be Friday's high and Friday's close. So there you guys can see there, Friday's high and Friday's close. And you drop right down into it. And then there's your support level. And then this is where then Colin, one of the other moderators in True Trading Group who trades futures, went ahead and got long on futures. So we had one moderator catch the short via put options and another moderator catch the long via futures. Unbelievable. Just such surgical execution today inside of True Trading Group by the mods and the members. It was a beautiful day. And I love to see it. It was a great way to start things off. And we dropped right down into that support level. It held. Now you're bouncing to the upside. The markets are trading higher as we get into even the after hour session. We're up about $1 in the after hour session. And that puts in this nice little candle right here on the daily chart. And that's why I'm telling you guys, I do think that we can push. I do think we can get a new all-time high. Way to go, Smooth Brain. Caught the reversal. Levi Swain got some of the puts to the downside. Joseph McLahorn had a really nice day today. Way to go, Joseph. Print accounts said, good day, sir. I love to see that. Mandy, how are you? Futures caught the short and the long. Boom. Yes, the futures room was also on the short. Great job. Yes, Joseph caught both ways. Joseph caught it to the downside and to the upside. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the type of analysis that you guys get from True Trading Group. The beauty about True Trading Group, honestly, is that it's not just me, right? I'll come on. I'll give you guys my analysis. I'll tell you what I think the market's going to do. But there are 8 other professional full-time traders that are sharing their screens with you, that are talking to you on the microphone, that are answering questions, that are providing their analysis, and that are giving you their trade executions and their trade alerts in real time. Look at KJ, got the puts and the calls, trading options. Mario got an 809% gain swinging IWM calls from Thursday. Susie got 100% gain on SMCI. Great job, Susie. Susie was at the long or the short because there was both ways there. We were long SMCI last week. We talked about a quick fade trade off of $39 today. That was another beautiful trade. Let's see. Geo got it too. Jeremiah's got the short as well. Colin been on fire in the futures room. Susie caught the long for SMCI. Really great job, Susie. SPY puts in the SMCI long today for Fibonacci. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is what I'm talking about, right? There you go, my boy Jimmy Benson. What's good, brother? Hope you and the family are doing well. When you do get out there for New York with the misses, you got to hit me up, man. You got to let me know. 150% gain on SMCI. Very nicely done. Casual Fool caught the short with Geo. Geo is another one of our moderators. Geo is another one of our professional traders, former market maker. The guy's been on Wall Street for 30 years and was able to also catch the move to the downside. So just an unbelievable day inside of True Trading Group, right? Unbelievable day. Todd, you got to get out of here, brother. I'm sorry. Okay, Todd, there is no echo, Todd. It's just you, brother. It's just you. You got to fix it on your end. There is no echo. Nobody hears the echo. It's just you. All right, so there you guys see 147% gain on a firm. 147% gain on a firm. J Trades caught 100%. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. I'm just reading all these comments coming through from members, guys. This is incredible. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the difference, right? So the difference really is when people say, okay, hey, why should I join True Trading Group? What makes True Trading Group different from all the other platforms and groups that are out there? The difference is really the success of our members, and that's the God's honest truth. So members make money here at True Trading Group, guys. You're seeing it for yourself. You read some of these comments that come through. 100% gain. Stephen Hawkins got 100% gain on Apple. Boom. There it is, right? So this is something I'm talking about, okay? So guys, and I'll prove it to you. It's not just because I think that's the case. I'll prove it to you. Members, do me a favor. Type the number 1 if you guys are making money with your trading group. Simple. Type the number 1. Type the number 1 if you guys are making money, you're becoming better traders because of TTG. Just go ahead and type the number 1 inside chat. If you're not a member and you guys are with me on this live, just pay attention. How many people type the number 1? Right here. That's all. There it is. Pay attention. All of these people. Wow. KJ got a 38% gain on their small account. There it is. You know the beauty about that? Wow, Mario caught a 225% gain on Apple calls. The beauty about the small account with KJ, we just had a small account boot camp this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We just did a small account boot camp where one of our moderators, Diane, who actually started out as a member of True Trading Group, now full-time trader and a moderator at TTG, hosted this boot camp. We also had Jason Simmons, the professor, was there with you guys as well. And now we have this small account challenge that starts up on Monday. So Monday, we got the small account challenge. Members are going to be competing for real cash prizes and a chance to become the next TTG mod. Way to go, Bald Eagle, like 242% gain on Caterpillar. Caterpillar was a call option that was called out by Shy, another one of our professional trading moderators. Okay. I'm curious to see here how many people, wow, way to go, Colin. 100 points on the NQ short and then 20 points on the ES long midday. Great job, brother. Caught them both ways. That's what I'm talking about. That's the analysis that our members are able to use. Short early, long late, absolutely beautiful. And Susie caught 90% on Ford. Susie, where'd the Ford come from? No moderator traded Ford. And I love that about you. And that's the difference, right? That's the difference. It's members get educated enough to the point where they get good enough at this, where they start taking their own trades. Now, one moderator traded Ford, but yet Susie went ahead and got a 90% gain on Ford. Susie, I love that for you. I love that for you. Great job. How many people are on here? Wow, Mario, their small account gained 12.5% today. Great job. David, 110% gain on SPY puts. You guys had monster days today. This is what I'm talking about. Who the hell said this is supposed to be a slow week? It's not a slow week. If it was a slow week, all these members wouldn't be sitting here telling you how much money that they made today. I'm curious how many people are on the live stream that are not members. Can you guys do me a favor and just type the letters TTG, please? Type the letters TTG if you're not a member. I'm curious. Just want to see who here is not part of the community. It's okay if you're not, but go ahead and type the letters TTG. Let's see who we're talking to here that's not part of the TTG fam just yet. And I use that word yet very specifically. Way to go, Andre. 30 to 35 to 50% gain on Alphabet. Well done. 80% gain on Mara. Great job. No, the challenge did not start today. The challenge starts on Monday. The challenge will start on Monday. Way to go, Elizabeth. 51% off the bell with Geo scalping the SPY. Way to go, Elizabeth. Elizabeth goes, even me. I love that, Elizabeth. I love that for you. Guys, you want some extra money for the holidays, this is the week to get it, right? This is the week to get it. You want some extra money to do some Christmas shopping, some holiday shopping, this is the week to get it. All right, excellent. Well, guys, here, I'll talk to you. I'll tell you guys about the way that we're running our Black Friday sale, okay, is you guys have an opportunity right now to get a 61% discount on the membership to True Trading Group. It's normally $2,212. However, if you guys go directly to ttgoffer.com now, you guys can get it for just $840 for the year. And everything that is on ttgoffer.com comes included with your membership. There's no upsell for any of the stuff that you see on this page. All that stuff is included. Our 22-course curriculum, simplified and expanded upon version of the training I received working at the fund. Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, trading views, premium charting software. Trade ideas scanner is included as well. Unusual options activity, dark pool data, options flow, video library that's got about 1,000 hours of recordings covering different topics that the mods and I hosted with our members live. All of the congressional trading data, short data, all this stuff is included, guys, for the 847 for the entire year. Again, just go to ttgoffer.com. Everything that's listed there is included. There's no coupon code required. Okay, there's no coupon code required. And we do issue a double your money back guarantee. Now, I stand behind everything that I say on this YouTube stream. I stand behind the platform, the community that we've created, so much so that we offer double your money back if you're not able to make, okay, if you're not able to make back your membership fee at least one time. So the way that it works is, and the double your money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. You guys can go read it for yourself. It's in plain black and white. You join TTG today, you pay $847 for the whole year. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. If you do those three things, you can take your time. You have the whole year. Go at your own pace. You don't have to do this all within like 30 days. Take your time. If you're unable to make enough winning trades with us to equal the $847 membership fee at least once, we'll give you back $1,694. Double. And Bellin, I love that. Bellin goes, I cannot get my money back because I made too much money with TTG. So that's the way our money back guarantee works. So if you make a bunch of money with us, then you do not qualify for the double your money back guarantee. But if you can't even make back your membership fee one time, we give you guys back double. We give you back double, $1,694. Okay. And yes, that is true. Dawn says TTG works directly with the Nasdaq. What other retail platforms can say that? None that I know of. This is very true. We actually, just last week, my business partner and I, we were invited over to the Nasdaq. We got to go, witness the closing bell, and they, put our company logo and gave us a big congratulations for everything that we're doing here with True Trading Group and the Nasdaq. And they actually had our company name up on the tower screen in the middle of Times Square. Last week was a big week for the company. And it just goes to show you that, industry insiders are really beginning to take notice of what it is that we're doing at True Trading Group. But it's not just what we are doing at True Trading Group, it's what our members are doing. They're taking notice of the community that is growing, and they're taking note of the success that members are having, right? That's really what it comes down to. Joe, I don't know if you still have those pictures, but if we still have those pictures, you want to maybe pull up some of those NASDAQ photos if we still got them. So there we are. So there's Adam and I at the NASDAQ. You guys can see right there. That's the closing bell floor right there. And there's our True Trading Group logo. And then there is the screen in Times Square where NASDAQ congratulated us. And there's the company logo and our company name right there inside of Times Square. And then this is actually later that evening, we then had to haul ass from Midtown, Times Square, all the way downtown for the Benzinga FinTech Awards. And we actually received the Chairman's Award from Benzinga for Best AI Analysis Tool. And there's the award that you guys have right there. Mike, QMCO wasn't on my radar until you mentioned it last night. Took a calculated risk based on the TT Education $12,000 trade today. Peter Luger's on me. Peter, I am going to hold you to that. I'm always down for a Peter Luger steak and a nice old fashioned or maybe a real nice glass of Cabernet. I'm going to hold you to that, brother. But a $12,000 trade, congratulations. This is the analysis I gave yesterday. That's what I'm saying. You guys got to be on these live streams or get your butt in chat, get on the mobile app, because we're telling you guys exactly what we're focused on, what we're trading, where we're getting in, where we're getting out before we actually do it. This way you guys don't have to worry about chasing alerts. I literally will tell you guys, hey, 1050 going long QMCO. That's exactly what happened. The stock dropped like 1020 today and then ripped to $26 or whatever it was today. I forgot what the high was. $26 or $27 was an unbelievable trade. We got to give a shout out to Ed. Oh, big shout out to Ed. Guys, Ed just upgraded to become a lifetime member of True Trading Group. He said he wants to play a round of golf with me. That is another thing that I'm always down for, Ed. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm always down for a round of golf. I'm always down for a Peter Luger steak. I'm always down for an old-fashioned or a nice glass of cab. And I'm always down to talk about stocks and sports. All right? But Ed's a Met fan. Ed, I take it all back. He's a Met fan. I take it all back. No, I'm only kidding. I don't hate on the Mets. I really don't. I don't hate on the Mets. It's easy not to hate on the Mets when you're a Yankee fan because they're just an inferior franchise. I'm sorry. That was mean. That was mean. But I'm just kidding. Halfway kidding. I'm halfway kidding. No, I don't hate on the Mets. I really don't. I wish for a Subway Series every year. Mets, Yankees every year. World Series would make me the happiest person on earth. I really do. I root for the Mets, and mostly because I hate the Phillies. I hate everything Philadelphia. So if you're from Philadelphia, I automatically don't like you. I'm only kidding. He's laughing out loud on the phone. Ed's laughing on the phone. So Ed is on the phone right now with Joe as we're having this conversation. Ed's laughing. Ed, I would love to play around the golf with you, brother. You name the time and the place. Name the time and the place. All in good fun. I'm just joking around. All in good fun. But anyway, guys, on a serious note, though, go to ttgoffer.com if you guys are not members of True Trading Group. Okay. And take advantage. All right. $847 for the whole year. If you can't make that back, we'll give you back $1,694. If you have any questions at all about the membership, the platform, the money back guarantee, anything, right? Any questions, just send us a text message, guys. Anything you want to know, we're fully transparent. 1-888-621-2127. Phone number's right down there at the bottom of your screen. 1-888-621-2127. Text us with any questions. Also, if you used to be a member, you used to be a trial member, or you currently are a trial member, guys, you must text that number so that we can whitelist your email address and give you guys the $847 price point. Okay. So just text that number if you guys have any questions or you're one of those people. Okay. Excellent. Paul Rodriguez says, go Dodgers. Yeah. The scary part is the Dodgers are actually going to be better next year than they were this year, and they won the World Series this year. That's the scary part. But they're going to be even better next year. All right, folks, let's take things back on over to the charts. We have members. Listen to me very carefully. Okay, we're going to do the $500 giveaway tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the live stream, just because Adam has to go through a lot. So we were supposed to do a $500 giveaway here today, but as you guys know, we got a lot going on at True Trading Group. Adam's got a lot on his plate. So I won't go into details. We'll talk about that. All right, I'll save that stuff for another time. But members, you guys know Adam's got a lot on his plate just right now at the moment. So tomorrow we're going to go live again at 4 p.m. We got Crowdstrike earnings tomorrow. So that's going to be big, right? You got Crowdstrike earnings. That's going to affect Palo Alto, Fortinet, some cybersecurity names. So we're going to be focused on that tomorrow. So let's get ready for that. But we'll do the $500 giveaway that we're going to do for members. We'll do it tomorrow. Adam just got a lot on his plate right now. And for him to get a giveaway ready with the name, load up everybody's name. It's too much. She won't be able to get it done right now while we're on this live stream. Okay. So, but anyway, with that being said, let's take things back on over to the charts. And what we can do here, guys, this evening is we can maybe even go through a little bit of that grade my stock segment. We can do that, but I'll talk to you guys real quick about the overall market first. And again, just going to go over and recap with you guys my analysis here is we had the gap up today to the all-time high, and then you pulled back in and then reestablished support back against the prior day's close, and that fills the gap. And then I think is a runway then for us to now move higher. I do think that we're going to move higher. I do think that we're going to be able to break that all-time high here within the next couple of days. I just don't think it's going to be because of NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta. I don't think that that's going to be what does it. I think that the rest of the market is strong enough to move higher even when NVIDIA is down 4%. NVIDIA is not trading well. NVIDIA had a disappointing earnings report and the stock's been trading down ever since. You failed to break the all-time high and the stock's been getting sold off pretty aggressively now. And honestly, this could be a minor level of support, but I do think that there's more room to the downside on NVIDIA. You might get NVIDIA to like 132-ish, I'd maybe say. Maybe just a couple more bucks to the downside here, I think, on NVIDIA. But that's a failed new all-time high after earnings, and the stock is starting to pull back. So the market's not moving higher because of NVIDIA. I mean, look what the market's done the last 3 days, up, and away. Look what NVIDIA's done, down, right? You go ahead, you take a look at Microsoft. What's Microsoft done? Nothing. Microsoft's nowhere near its all-time high. Matter of fact, Microsoft is actually putting in, if you really want to be technical about it, a pretty nasty head and shoulders. That's a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, if I go to a weekly chart, I'll show it to you guys even more clearly. This is a weekly chart of Microsoft. There's your left shoulder. There's the head. There's the right shoulder. Here's your neckline. Okay. That's a head and shoulders. That's a bearish chart setup, right? You can maybe even look for Microsoft to go back down to here. So the markets are not moving higher because of NVIDIA. It's not moving higher because of Microsoft. Let's take a look at Alphabet. Look what Alphabet's done the last couple of trading days. We're not moving higher because of Alphabet, right? We're not moving higher because of Alphabet. What about Amazon? We're not moving higher because of Amazon. What about Meta? Meta hasn't done anything. What about Apple? So if we're not moving higher because of these stocks, then how is the market moving higher? Well, the reason is that it's not the Nasdaq. It's the Dow. It's the Russell. It's the other boring areas of the stock market. And it's right from the Trump trade playbook. So I was live with you guys on election night. We went live for like 4 hours on election night. And I was going out with you, giving you guys the updates with the election, but we were also talking about, hey, what stocks do well if Harris wins? What stocks do well if Trump wins? And we talked a lot about this on that live stream that night. And we said, well, where do we want to be if Trump wins? You want to be in financials. You want to be in small caps. You want to be in industrials, right? These are the things that we talked about. What sectors are leading the market since the election? It's financials, small caps, energy, industrials. That's what's moving higher, right? Go ahead and take a look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan, all-time high. Goldman Sachs, all-time high. Wells Fargo, all-time high. Bank of America. Look at these stocks, right? Look at these stocks. That's why. This is why the markets are moving higher. Okay? Altria, MO. These are the stocks that are moving the markets higher. Okay. So, and once you guys have a better understanding of that, and that's where we've kind of focused. Like you guys have seen, I personally, I haven't traded like Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta. I haven't traded those stocks in a while because they really haven't been in play that much. They're not really moving. All right. I mean, look at this price action on Microsoft. Look at the price action there on Meta. I feel like look at the price action there on Amazon. For me, there's been better stuff to trade, right? You take a look at stocks like Affirm, Palantir, UPST, SMR, NNE, MicroStrategy, Coinbase. I think there's better things out there to trade. Datadog, Snowflake. These are just some stocks that have been really, really active and continue to be active while you're going into what is supposed to be a slow time of the year or a slow week. And I don't see anything slow about it. So what we'll do, guys, we'll kind of wrap things up here today with a segment of Grade My Stock. And the way that we do this is you guys type ticker symbols in chat. And as you guys type the ticker symbols in chat, we will, I will give you guys a grade for the stock. So I'll give you an A, B, C, D, F, based on a combination of the technical setup on the chart and my fundamental analysis of the company and whether or not I like the stock long-term or if I like it as a quick trade. And I'll break down for you my analysis on that. So let's go ahead and begin that segment of Grade My Stock. Let everybody go ahead and type their ticker symbols here in chat. Oh no, Fardon Saeed. I'll start with you, Xena. Xena is an F. This is an F. This is a stock that you would trade and trade only. The reason why you're talking about this is just because today and today only, the stock is up 328%. That is going to have a tendency for you to want to go and buy it thinking the stock's going to continue to go higher. This is not a good company. There's a reason why the stock has gone straight down ever since it started trading publicly, and the stock was at $1 prior to this. This was just a whatever short squeeze play today. And this is actually a trade that a lot of our members did end up trading today. But this is not a stock that I would ever consider putting in my long-term portfolio. I would never consider it. I don't even know what the company does. I couldn't even tell you. It's a software company. It says here on Lightspeed. I've never heard of the company before. It was a little penny stock before this little short squeeze today. When you see stuff like this, you trade it, you take your money and you run. You don't sit there and hold on to it and thinking the stock's going to go to like $100. You just you take your profit and you run. This is not something I would ever consider putting in my long-term portfolio. So I'll give it I won't give it an F. I'll give it a D. Just because, it's a trading vehicle. It's a good stock to trade actively, but it is not a stock that you would want to, or that I would want to. It's not a stock that I would want to put in my long-term portfolio. Next up, SoFi. I see some people talking about SoFi. I am going to give SoFi. Honestly, I'm going to give it a B. So I do own SoFi in my long-term portfolio. It's not a very large position, but I do own SoFi. I bought SoFi a while ago, and then the student loan issue happened where, because of COVID, the student loan moratorium, nobody had to pay back their student loans. That really hurt the company. The company generates 10 to 15% of the revenue from those student loan refinances, but it's also a big way that they get new users onto their platform. So people come to SoFi, they refinance their student loans. That gets them in the SoFi ecosystem, and then SoFi, pushes other banking products onto them as they become higher earners throughout their professional career. They didn't have any of that for 2 years because nobody had to pay back their student loans. Then you had, we're going to forgive student loans, and that's not good for the company either. Then fast forward to just a month ago, The company starts to come out with earnings. The earnings were better than people had anticipated. Now with Trump being elected, people are looking at financials as a place to be. They're also looking at small caps as a place to be. SoFi fits both of those molds. Deregulation in the finance sector, and also looking at you're looking at no more forgiveness of student debt and everything else. So all of those things bode well for SoFi. SoFi has rallied hard over the last 2 months. Okay, this was a $8 stock in the beginning of October. It's now at $16. So the stock is a little overheated. It's up 100% in 2 months. So things don't go up in straight lines. But I do think now that you just broke above a key level of resistance. You guys can see here on the chart, this level around 14, 15 used to be a huge support level, and then it broke when all that stuff happened with the student loan forgiveness or the student loan moratorium, not having to pay back student loans. You just broke above that, and you broke above it pretty convincingly. So I would say look for this $13 to $14 area to be support now. And I think that you fast forward a couple of years, I think SoFi is trading in the low 20s. I think $20, $21, $22 is a very realistic target for SoFi. So we're going to give that one a B. SMCI, we're going to give SMCI a C. The reason why we're giving SMCI a C is because usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's just been way too much smoke on this company for me to feel comfortable putting it in my long-term portfolio. There has been a lot of negative press on the company. You had the Hindenburg research report come out and say that they have accounting irregularities and manipulation, lack of transparency with their financials. They're short the stock. Then the DOJ announces that they're investigating the company. Then the Ernst & Young resigns as their auditor, and the stock collapses and sells off hard. Then last week, you got a piece of news that they got a new auditor. BDO is now their new auditor, and they're going to be able to do their filings on time, and the stock has recovered. The issue that I have here with SMCI is that I don't think that there's that much more room left on this rally. There's two major resistance levels for this stock, and you're at one of them, and the second one is coming up. The second one is coming up here. The second one's coming up here pretty close. All right, so there's your first level there at, call it $39. And you guys can see here the 50-day moving average, and that's the high of the day from today. There's resistance from the gap down when Ernst & Young resigned, and there is your previous support levels prior to that. So this is one level of resistance. Your second level of resistance is going to be right here, and that's going to be right around $50. And $50 is going to be the 100-day moving average and all of this resistance that you guys see here. And prior to that, there was your level of support. So these are your two resistance levels here on SMCI. I think that SMCI is a good stock to trade, but I'm not ready to consider it for my long-term portfolio. I was always weary of SMCI, even when the stock went bonkers. And I always told people it's not in my long-term portfolio. It's not in my long-term portfolio. Obviously, when the stock went to 1,200 before the split, I was like, I wish it was in my long-term portfolio, but it wasn't. And why was it not in my long-term portfolio? Because I was never comfortable, because more than half of their revenue comes from one customer, and that customer is NVIDIA. And that always made me nervous, that more than half of your revenue was coming from one company. And the growth that this company was experiencing was solely tied to the growth that NVIDIA was experiencing, and really not anything else. I did not like that. So that's why I never bought SMCI in my long-term portfolio. It's not because I thought that there was going to be accounting irregularities or accounting manipulation and accounting fraud. I had no idea that any of that was going to happen. It's just another reason to make me not put it in my long-term portfolio. Yes, the stock is down a lot. Yes, the stock could easily move higher, but that's why I'm saying it's a stock to trade. It's not a stock for my long-term portfolio. Oh, hold on one second. Oh my God! Wow. Sorry, I was just reading a message. All right, next, let's go to MSTR. So MSTR also, this is something that I would be looking at for a trade. I do think that MSTR has gotten overheated, and it's starting to decouple away from Bitcoin, which is not something that traders are used to, because for the last several months this thing has traded lockstep with Bitcoin. But it got to a point where it's just trading at a valuation. I mean, really, when it was up at 500, it was trading at a valuation that didn't even make sense considering all the Bitcoin that they currently own. They also just announced they just bought 55,000 more Bitcoin in the high 90s, like 97 or 98,000. They bought 55,000 more Bitcoin to add to their position. So I think their Bitcoin position is now around like 20 or $25 billion, something like that. I am, if Bitcoin were to have a significant pullback, and it pulled back today, Bitcoin was down today, down back to like 94,000 after coming within a couple $100 of 100K. A significant pullback on Bitcoin, I think, takes MicroStrategy much lower. I think MicroStrategy is going back to like 300. And then once you get down there, I do think that you're going to be looking at, a possible buy point. You have a very key support level right now at 380. You guys can see previous resistance. You broke it, support for the last 3 days. But I'm looking for a lower high to get put in here on MicroStrategy. And I am looking for MicroStrategy to break this level and to actually trade further to the downside. So I think you're going to see a candle that looks something like this on MicroStrategy. And my target is at least the low 320s. That is my minimum target. Okay. So I think you're looking at more downside on MicroStrategy, and this is going to be my first target. And then the other target would be this gap fill to like 280. And these are going to be targets there for MicroStrategy. All right. Oops, I didn't mean to just draw that. Anything worth adding long term? Something that's a good buy today. Yeah, I think a lot of software names, Robert, are still good. I think software names are still good. I do. I think software names are good. Rubrik is a company that I like that has recently broken out to new all-time highs, but I think this is just getting started. The stock's a little expensive now, Robert, but if you get a pullback into the 40s, I think I like Rubrik for the long term. I still think that, honestly, I still think Snowflake is a good name for the long term. Also, the CFLT Confluent. This is a little bit of a higher risk play, Robert. This is definitely a higher risk play, but I think that there's a lot of potential here with Confluent, CFLT, another software company that's starting to move higher. Datadog has had a huge breakout, but any pullbacks into the 140s, I think, are buyable on Datadog. These are names that I still like for the long term. So I am still pretty bullish on software names. And the software names, they've done very well over the last couple of months, but they've underperformed for the last 2 years. So I still do think there's some more upside there over the course of the next, couple of years if you're looking for a long-term hold. All right. Yep. Anytime, Robert. My pleasure. Do you like NBIS? I have never heard of this company. I'm not familiar with them, Jeremy. Or Julio, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever pulled up this ticker symbol. So I don't know anything about them fundamentally. So I can't really give you my opinion on them for the long term, because I have no idea who this company is or what they do. That doesn't mean it's bearish or bullish. It just means I don't really have any information to give you a real answer. How much room for software? Smooth Brain, I think you're looking at, a 2-year runway. I do. I think that there's a lot of room left on software. So now keep in mind, software is going to be very volatile. So if you have like big market swings and it's very cyclical, So you will have a lot of volatility in software, but I think that software is an area of the market that's going to do well over the next couple of years. HIMS. A lot of people are asking me about HIMS because the stock just made a new all-time high today. So the thing about HIMS, so HIMS was actually on the TT Triangle scanner today with our AI tool. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, so we have in our AI, which again, our AI received the Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool at the Benzinga Awards. Joe, if you want to pull that award up one more time, there it is. So that's the award, Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. That's True Trading Group. And if you want to show us receiving the award up on stage, there's the Nasdaq. So there's Adam and I up on stage receiving the award at the Benzinga ceremony for Best AI Analysis Tool. One of the things that our AI is capable of doing is we have trained it to identify specific chart patterns and trade setups that we personally trade for. So I trained it based on like the setups that I look for. I only have two eyes. I can't look at 10,000 stocks at once. Mari can. So what Mari's are, that's the persona of our AI. It'll go through and it can scan the markets and it will identify those particular setups and those particular situations that we like to trade and we like to go after. It notified us today of HIMS. HIMS was Mari said, hey, TT Triangle set up there. This is something you guys want to go after long. And that was when the stock was at around $28.80. And the stock ended up going all the way to $31.50. So a really nice trade there on HIMS, thanks to our AI tool. So thank you very much, Mari, for pointing this out. So to help people make some money today. What I will say about HIMS is that this stock really needs to now hold like 25.50. This was a resistance level that came into play and we thought that it broke and then it failed miserably and is now rallying back to the upside. So what you need to be aware of here with HIMS, and a lot of this you could be looking at, this is some post-election stuff and post-earnings stuff. But here was your previous all-time high, and then you double topped at it early this year to create this massive double top. And that level was broken earlier this month, and then it completely collapsed. So that was an all-time high break, and this stock got pulverized afterwards, and that would stop out any long that bought on that break of the all-time high, and probably pulled in a crap ton of short sellers. And I think those short sellers are now starting to get squeezed out. And with this candle now, did we now finally break this level? And is this now confirmed? I think you need to hold this level as support. I do think that HIMS has a brighter future. It's just such a new company. And I'm just kind of starting to get familiar with like their financial situation, their earnings growth, their business plan, their business model as far as growth plans. So it's not in my long-term portfolio at this time. Is it something I would consider putting in it? I would. I'm not in an immediate, let me put this in my long-term portfolio now. But with this breakout, you do want to see the stock hold to 25.50. And if you get a pullback into that area and you can see it hold for a couple of days, then I'd say the coast is clear. Go ahead, step in there and grab HIMS. AbbVie, Pfizer, and United Health, healthcare in general. I love United Health. It's my largest healthcare position in my portfolio. I also love AbbVie. AbbVie recently took a big hit after their, I believe it was their Alzheimer's drug failed, and they stopped the trial. They stopped the trial for that drug, and the stock got pulverized because of it. But I still love this stock. I love the company. They pay a nice solid dividend. I think it's like a 2.5% dividend. But they've got a new, Smooth Brain. They announced a new product line. And I think that sell-off was a dip buy opportunity. And I think that this stock is going to move back to the upside. It was bad news short term with that one drug, but this company's got a lot more going for it than just that. And I think that the stock will recover. All right. So, folks, I think that kind of wraps things up there for us with that segment of Grade My Stock. I really enjoyed that with you guys. I'll finish with Chief. This is NNE. I'll finish there. NNE. I don't know if you're going to be able to break that all-time high. I think the stock is going to trade back down to like $18 or so before it goes back into the 30s. So I would say, oh man, James D. Willikers, GME, that's a D. That is a D. Don't waste your time with a stock like GameStop, brother. I'll give you, let me say this. Let me hit GameStop and then we'll go back to NNE. GameStop has the potential to give you a tradable squeeze, but that's it. Okay. I do not like the idea of GameStop in the long-term portfolio. It's got a chance to give you a tradable squeeze if it can take out $30. If it can take out $30, it's got a chance for a tradable squeeze that can take you into, maybe this region, but then I would be done with it. I would be done with it. Okay. This is not something that, hey, I think GameStop is going to go back to where it was and it's an amazing company. It's not an amazing company. And any short squeeze that you experience this time around will be nothing like what happened in 2021. So you got to manage your expectations. If you're bag holding this, I would get out of it if the stock experiences a short squeeze. I wouldn't hold it thinking this is it, right? I'm just thinking that if it takes out 30, I see a resistance level there. It could maybe pop to like 34, maybe a little bit higher than that. And that's all I would look for. I would say, okay, I'll just trade the squeeze through 30. We'll take profits. And then I would be done with it. I would just treat it as a trade only. It's not something that I would consider for the long-term portfolio. So that's why I initially said D, because I would never put this in my long-term portfolio. But from a trading standpoint only, it's a decent setup. I'll give it a B from a trading standpoint only. I'll go back to NNE. NNE announced an offering right after a double top at all-time highs. I think that NNE may trade back down into this region, and that's where I think the stock will find its footing. We have a really nice support level down here. I'll draw it out for you guys. I do like this support on NNE. It's right there around $16, and there's the level. You guys can see it pretty clearly. Support, resistance, support. Offering, I think you're going to trade a little bit lower into the low 20s. And then I think you can find support down there against some major moving averages, and then maybe make another push up towards those highs later after the company completes their offering. Okay. That is all. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the trade or the Grade My Stock segment. It was my pleasure. I love doing these. It's always a lot of fun. If you've not yet done so, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Don't miss out on these lives. Get on over to ttgoffer.com. Take advantage of the Black Friday sale, 61% off, $847 for the entire year, a double your money back guarantee. If you cannot make the $847 back at least one time, we'll give you back double, $1,694. That's the deal. The double your money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. Yes, it is real. Just simply go read it. Any questions, text us 1-888-621-2127. Phone numbers right down there at the bottom of your screen. We got a short week this week. Tomorrow, Crowdstrike earnings. Markets close Thursday. Friday's a half day, but I still think we could see a new all-time high. We'll see if I'm right. Have a great night, folks. Enjoy the rest of your evening.